Coming up on our 4th of July weekend St. Joseph Mustang show, we hear from the team about playing on America's birthday and one of the most prominent games of the summer. Plus, we catch up with Mustangs pitcher and Lawson High School alum Lane Chapman. Plus, we mic'd up a young fan playing in the future Mustangs game, and we check in at the Mustangs luncheon. All that and more coming up in our St. Joseph Mustang show.
Guys want to come here. It's a big attraction. We win a lot. We got a lot of things that other teams in the league don't have.
We got something very special here in St. Joe. Johnny's a great head coach. He brings in some great players and great people too.
It's just been getting better and better every single summer, and Dan taking a chance on St. Joe people and just proving how awesome these people are.
Welcome into our 7th edition of our St. Joseph Mustang show presented by Alltech. I'm Brett Kennedy. He's Anthony Crane. It's 4th of July weekend and we have a loaded show for you.
We catch up with Mustangs pitcher Lane Chapman. We hear from a young player who was mic'd up during the future Mustangs game. We catch up with Mustangs general manager Kai Turner and much more. But first, we have to talk about some tradition. There's nothing more American than playing America's pastime on America's birthday. The Mustangs go all out every year playing on the 4th of July. With parachuters in the stadium, military veterans being honored, the team wearing new 4th of July uniforms, and of course, the post-game fireworks show to follow. It's a special time of the season for the community, along with the players and coaches, to bond together and celebrate our country.
Really is awesome because the fans really show out for those games. Throughout the whole game, there's fireworks all around the stadium going off throughout the whole game. So it's really cool. Guys get to play under fireworks, the whole night. So it's pretty tough making a lineup that night because everybody wants to play that lineup. And we kind of have a thing where if you have family from out of town coming in to watch, I try to get you in the lineup that game. It's pretty funny that everybody's family's in town on the 4th. So it's a little tricky sometimes, but we always seem to make it work and everybody's happy. And we always usually play pretty well on the 4th, the 3rd and the 4th, and those are our 2 biggest games of the year.
This past week, we sat down with former Lawson Cardinal first-year pitcher for the Mustangs, Lane Chapman, to get his thoughts on his first season playing in Phil Welch. Joining with me here is first-year pitcher for the St. Joseph Mustangs, going into his 2nd year at Missouri Southern, and he's a Lawson High School alum. It's Lane Chapman. Lane, thanks for joining me, man.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How is your first year going with the Mustangs so far?
Oh, I love it. It's so much fun. Atmosphere's electric. It's probably the most fun baseball I've played in my life.
It's the full count pitch to De Los Santos. Swing and a miss, and Chapman gets De Los Santos down swinging on a full count for the first out.
You're starting to get more and more playing time, overcoming an injury. How are you feeling right now at this point?
I feel good. I'm not even sure what it was. I just stepped wrong one time and kind of tweaked my back a little bit. But other than that, yeah, I'm feeling 100% and ready to get Mustangs some more W's.
You're from Lawson, Missouri. Did you ever attend games here growing up here at Phil Welch? If not, what made you hear about this team?
I did not. We always played Benton in high school, and they always played their games against us here, and I always thought it was a cool ballpark. And I asked what the SJ stand for, and they said the Mustangs, and I was like, well, that'd be fun to play for. So got in contact with Johnny and went from there pretty much.
As a freshman at Missouri Southern this past year, fun season for you guys with the Lions, made it all the way to the semifinals of the MIAA tournament. For you, 7 games appeared in, 2 starts, 8 strikeouts, 13 hits, 11 runs given up. What did you learn from your play during your freshman year with the Lions?
Definitely different atmosphere, and players are definitely a whole lot better than they are in high school, and just had to learn how to pitch to different guys at different moments. But other than that, it was pretty much what I've always done, just throwing the ball, trying to get in the strike zone.
You get to reunite with your Southern teammate here, Braden Lucard. You've been playing with him all summer here with the Mustangs. With him being a St. Joseph guy himself, has he given you any advice about playing here with the Mustangs?
At Southern, Missouri Southern, he always talked to me about it and said, I'm going to really enjoy it, and it's so much fun to play here, and he was right. But, yeah, he said, just make sure don't let the moment get too big, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job so far.
How are you hoping this summer with this team is going to help you with your play on the mound?
I think it starts with my pitching coach here, Max Stevenson. He's helped me tremendously here in just the short amount of time I've been here, and he's answered all my questions. And I finally, during my season in the spring, I was struggling with command, and Mac fixed that like 2 weeks in the season.
I know pitchers are all about blocking out crowd noise, but what's it been like to play in front of these massive crowds here at Phil Welch?
I'm normally the type of guy to try and not let fans get to me, but playing here it's different. I enjoy hearing all the little kids in the stands and all the older St. Joe people cheering us on and giving us the rowdy atmosphere that we always have.
And then it's 4th of July weekend this week for you guys. There's nothing more American than playing America's pastime on America's birthday. What are you looking forward to, and what do you like about this week the most?
I'm a big fireworks guy, so I'm definitely going to enjoy the 3 days in a row of fireworks. But yeah, I should have some pretty good baseball here too.
Fireworks off the field and on the field. He's Lane Chapman. Check him out this summer. Coming up in the show, we mic up a special young man who played in the future Mustangs game. We'll be right back.
The Future Mustangs game was last week involving children with critical and chronic illnesses. KQ2's Chris Rouse has more on a special young man who's defying all odds by living out his dream.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, so that's Noah, a 9-year-old that loves sports and just has a lot of thoughts.
I thought Rowley was good, bro. Rowley, you have failed me.
Noah, you were worried about him not hitting the ball, right?
A little bit. No hard feelings.
The St. Joseph Mustangs hosted their Future Mustangs game on Saturday, supporting the Dream Factory, a non-profit organization granting dreams to children with critical and chronic illnesses.
I have a chronic health condition.
And Noah Lambright, who has type 1 diabetes, something he's dealt with since he was 5, put on the jersey and took the field at Phil Welch Stadium.
So Noah has an insulin pump and has to wear that 24/7, and he has a Dexcom that he wears on his arm to monitor his blood sugar. And he just got over an infection from his Dexcom as well, so this was his first time able to play baseball in 2 weeks.
Come on, Rowley! Rowley! What the heck are you doing?
In 2023, the Dream Factory making Noah's Disney World dream come true. So ever since then, his family has always looked for ways to help out the organization.
Three! I yell too loud.
Noah has to wear an insulin pump, which can be a difficult thing to handle. But when he met Kansas City Chiefs tight end Noah Gray, who also has type 1 diabetes, Noah Lambright's mindset shifted.
Literally picked me up and sat me on the fence and told me to follow my dreams, and then he signed my jersey, and now we have it like in a case.
Yeah, he got a kick out of seeing all the people that are professionals being able to do things like that with type 1 diabetes. So.
Noah loves sports and loves to have fun. We know that.
Hello, Internet. Forgetting when he broke down, the whole crowd goes so loud. I don't know him. Wait, is this a position? Can I be right here?
But while he's having fun, he still has an important message that he wants to share with others.
That is the end of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I went to see get famous. And remember to follow your dreams, fellow diabetics and people. Good night.
Chris Roush, KQ2 Sports.
This past week, the St. Joseph Mustangs held their annual 4th of July luncheon for the players and their host families to celebrate the holiday. KQ2's Noel Harden has more.
The St. Joseph Mustangs pride themselves on their sense of community and strong familiar ties. And for many players who come from outside of St. Joseph to play, missing home is a common feeling. But thanks to St. Joseph's host families, these players have a place that they can call a second home, filled with support and the means to keep them on the field.
The first couple nights you're kind of like, what do I do? Like, this is my house. But then after that, like, my host parents, Chris and Heather, they're awesome. They, get us anything we need. If we need help doing something, they'll help us out, and they're super relaxed, and they don't ever make it feel awkward. It's really fun. So having a host family is really cool, honestly. At first I was kind of like, I don't know, but now I've really come to love it.
To celebrate before the big game on Independence Day, the Mustangs hosted their annual special Family Day luncheon, where players and their host families could get together and rally before first pitch.
We always get together with the players and the families just to kind of thank them and get together and make sure everything's going well. Then at the very end of the season, we have a host family recognition night at the stadium where we recognize our host families and again tell them thank you.
Many host families have done this for years, building up a strong foundation for the Mustangs, and say that they're more than happy to help these players do their best and feel at home in St. Joseph with a family-like atmosphere.
I would absolutely recommend this experience. So we've hosted players, like I said, for 11 seasons now. We've gone to weddings and christenings and everything else, traveled for our players because they really do become part of the family. It's a great experience. It's a great thing.
The Mustangs are always looking for welcoming host families to help out the team and encourage anybody who's interested in applying to do so and help support St. Joseph's baseball team. Noel Hardin, KQ2 News.
All right, Kai, we're past the midway point, 4th of July weekend. You've had your July 3rd celebration, July 4th celebration, the celebration continuing on all weekend. Just very special time for the Mustangs organization.
It's a special time to be here with you. Anytime I'm with you, Chris, it's very special. But, July 3rd, 4th, 5th, this weekend, 3 nights in a row, fireworks, it's something that we always look forward to. We talk about opening day, but then you say, hey, what else? And just celebrating the 4th, America's pastime, Mustangs baseball, the people who create their family traditions here, the fireworks that go on during the game and after the game. It's just always so much fun to see people from, and we'll have people to travel from all across the globe to be here and spend this holiday with us. And so it's really neat for us and something we look forward to. And once we get past the 4th, really we turn into playoff mode. So
I want to ask you something that happened last Saturday. Dream Factory, the youth baseball game that went toward the Dream Factory and everything with what Dream Factory Northwest Missouri does. Noah, one young man that was able to play in the game, actually was a recipient of a Dream Factory trip 2 years ago to Orlando to Disney World and everything like that. Just what goes into that game and putting that together?
It's just kind of funny how things happen. We always say that Mustangs baseball game, you don't remember, the final score is not always it's typically not the most important thing that happens that night. And so I think that's one glaring example of, when we came up with the idea for the kids game, it was like, what would be really cool for a kid to experience? Play for the Mustangs at Phil Welch Stadium. Okay, and so what is this, how do we plus this and make it really cool? Well, maybe we tie it in with Make-A-Wish and we can do something good with the community for it. And that's a win-win in our book. And so this is about the 10th year for it.
Hard to believe that July 11th, 12th, 13th, that means the end of the regular season's right around the corner. But it's a busy weekend for you guys coming up.
Every one of these games and I'll start with this, has playoff implications. And so super important. I mean, we want to get a win in all these because, when it comes to Mustang baseball, there's nothing like playing at home right here at Phil Welch Stadium. And so we want to secure home field advantage for hopefully every series this season. And so not only do we want to qualify for the postseason, but we also want to play here in St. Joe in front of Mustangs Nation. So I think saying that, but then, promotionally for us, this is, we've been working just as important as every game before us are these. And so, We have one of our almost the final Tenderloins night, which has been so much fun. Not only can you see us in our front jerseys thanks to Triumph Foods, but you can also get some delicious Adam Tenderloins at the game. That's a lot of fun. And then Friday night, Bark in the Park, bring your dogs. We'll have water station all over. And it's also karaoke night.
Ooh.
And so
Are you gonna
it
sing?
just so happens to be our discounted adult beverage night. And so I think that's a good combo. Am I going to sing? It's possible. I have sang before, Tequila. I knew the words. Also, when I go on vacation, I'm not opposed to a little Sweet Caroline or Friends in Low Places. If you had to sing karaoke night, what song would you sing?
That's a good question.
I would go with Right Said Fred. You familiar with them?
No.
Their one-hit song?
No. Go ahead.
I'm Too Sexy.
Oh, see, I don't know what the name of the band was.
Too sexy for my shirt. What would it take for you to sing that song shirtless?
A lot.
What would it take? Name it.
Probably a lot of money.
Money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, name your price.
I don't think their price is
Name
low
your
enough.
price. Just name your price.
Like $10,000.
All right, St. Joe, we're going to, if there's anyone out there watching this who has $10,000 or 10 $1,000 donors, the money will be donated to Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yes.
We're looking for $10,000. Chris will sing Right Said Fred with his shirt off.
It seems like a bad
karaoke
idea.
night. This has to make the broadcast.
I don't know if it will.
$10,000 for Big Brothers Big Sisters. You have Ashton, who's been out here. Ashton will love this, and so will the rest of St. Joe.
Somehow you would find the $10,000.
That's going to do it for our 4th of July weekend edition of our St. Joseph Mustang Show.
If you missed a show or want to catch it again, check out our website, kq2.com, our YouTube page, or any of our social media pages.
We'll see you next weekend for another edition of our St. Joseph Mustang Show. Enjoy the holiday weekend, everyone.